conditions to play some Saturday afternoon rugby league. I dare say this is it. Hello and welcome to round 23 of this Canterbury Cup competition. We are 2 rounds away from the finals. And today on Fox League, we're kicking it old school. We are at Henson Park this afternoon where the Newtown Jets prepare to take on the Western Suburbs Magpies in what is officially known as the Tommy Raudonikis Cup. The Jets are feeling fresh off a bye, but the Magpies know they are coming off a loss last week and they need to save their season today, and they need to do it now. Let's take a look at the top 8 and who's going to make it, and we'll take a look at the entire ladder to see where all the teams are placed going into this round. And a win today for the Magpies rockets them inside the top 8, equals 7th on points. This is the time to act. They have to leave it all out on the field today. And there are teams like Canterbury and St George Illawarra. They are nipping at the heels of our competition leaders, South Sydney. Now, as is with the Canterbury Cup, we're used to seeing a few late team changes, and today we are expecting the same. There are a few team changes to bring you up to speed on, particularly for the Jets, as we prepare to see a new spine take to the field. Let's check in with our commentators now. It's hello to Mark, Spud Carroll and Jimmy Smith.
Thank you, Hannah Hollis. It's amazing we get paid to do this. Quite incredible. Let's have a look at this Newtown Jet side, Spud, because there are some changes, as Hannah mentioned. Kyle Flanagan comes in jersey number 18 into that halfback position, and this is interesting. Scott Sorensen, he's going to be playing out of dummy half. I'll have more information on that very shortly, but you're really interested in the performance of the big man up front, Jamin Jolliffe.
Well, I love calling for Fox and seeing what the talent of young front rowers coming through, and the two today, Jamin Jolliffe, I think 6 foot, 100 kilo. I hear he does massive metres. So I've seen him a goal today, 20 carries. We'll see how he goes.
We'll look forward to that. Earlier, Hannah Hollis caught up with Will Kennedy.
Will Kennedy, it is a familiar halves pairing as Kyle Flanagan joins the Newtown Jets today, but as a spine with the inclusion of Scott Sorensen, you guys haven't played at all this year. So how are you going to make that work today?
I think we just got to help Soro out and help each other out, and we'll get through it.
They've got so much to play for today. They have to win to keep their season alive. You also have a lot to play for, but how do you match their intensity and energy out there?
I think physically we need to be good and bring good energy into the game and hopefully get the win.
Good luck.
Thank you.
He's a bit shy, Will, but I tell you what, he can play. We look forward to seeing him in action. There's the Western Suburbs Magpies side. It's all to play for today, Spud. We've got Patriciolo into that starting side in jersey number 15, and he's joined by another big man you want to speak about.
Yeah, he's got his opportunity off the bench. Went down and had a chat again, Jimmy, and just gave him the number of Jamin Jolliffe. I said to take him out. And also I want to see some demolition through the middle, through his carries, and he's excited about playing today.
One man that's got a lot of experience in the National Rugby League was with Hannah a little bit earlier.
Robbie, Rocco, a win today puts the Magpies inside the top 8 and keeps your season alive as we head towards September. How much has that been spoken about today?
Yeah, we spoke about it last week going into the last 3 rounds that there's a lot of must-win games for us, and I think for us to be competitive in the finals as well, that we should be winning these games anyway. So, yeah, there is a bit of pressure, but we want to perform regardless of results. So we know it's must-win or for us today. So, it should be a good day here at Henson, and hopefully some of our younger boys play really well.
You speak about the younger boys taking to the field today. This whole season has tested the depth of the Magpies, which is often the case in Canterbury Cup, as the most experienced player running out today. How are you going to lead them around?
Yeah, look, it's obviously we're directly affected by the NRL, so we've lost a few players lately. But some of these younger guys in the middle, like Alex Seyfarth, Patriciolo, we get big Joey Ratu back. I think we've lacked a bit of size. So, for me personally, it's just combinations with them, working hard, doing the effort areas, and hopefully those big boys can generate some momentum for us.
Good luck today.
Sweet, thank you very much.
He will be an important part for the Magpies. So too that man, the skipper, Corey Apori Pukatapu, first man on Bankwest Stadium. He was, of course, playing for the away side that day in the Canterbury Cup, round 6. And there's a great story behind him too. A teacher's aide at Giant Steps, the school. We'll talk about that during the course of the game, but he is going to be vital for the Western Suburbs Magpies today. As we see Newtown make their way out onto the field. There's young Kyle Flanagan. He's had 7 games in the NRL this year, Spud, and we know that he's a quality player. Of course, off to the Roosters for the next couple of years, but he's a man that they're going to look to today.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how this young kid goes. They've got plenty of raps about him. As you see, he's going to the Roosters, but I'm sure he'll want to finish strong with Cronulla and end on a good note. But what about this day? This weather is incredible. We know it's semi-finals, 3 weeks away? We've got 24 degrees today on a beautiful ground. Excited, mate.
Playing for the Tommy Radonicus Cup as well.
Out there.
So
It's coming your way, Lux.
I know you had the great privilege of being coached by
Yeah.
Tommy, and you put in a call a little bit earlier.
We had a bit of a chat with Tommy today, so I'm out at his home ground. He's all excited. I've even said you've made a couple of T-shirts downstairs, and they're making money out of Tom Radonicus, which is outstanding.
All right, we're just about ready to go here at Henson Park. Referee gets us underway. It is a magnificent day, and the surface looks fast as Rocco charges into the defence. Look at that work from Newtown first up.
Luis down 21. Hold square. Go,
Nice start defensively there. That was Lolo heavily involved.
To the side, Coyle. Square here, Tom. Go. 2. Zip up.
Carry from McIntyre. They go back centre field. This is Ciolo. Plays it at lock forward position, middle forward, up front today.
Go. 3.
Yeah, Rocco with a second carry, and again he's pushed back in good defence. Williams involved in it there for Newtown. He's your man, Seyfarth, and he gets tackled just short of halfway. In fact, he's able to work his way over it. That's the last for the Magpies. I'll come right side, a kick coming in there from Max Bury. Looking forward to seeing him in action. And that's a nice strong carry from Luke Polselli. Kennedy with a charge. Not much of him. We saw him pre-game with that interview with Hannah.
You showed the analogy that if you run hard, you don't get hurt. He sort of runs hard.
No doubt about that. There's a nice carry. Sifatalakai.
Go. 3. Sonny.
That's a good run from Lolo.
Up now, Patrice. Hold. Hold. Go. 4.
Hannah went through just how important these games are. We look at what's happening from a for and against point of view.
Hold, Sonny. Robbie, hold.
Nothing in it.
Go.
A win here
Keep it
today
square up there.
for the Magpies.
Alex.
We'll see them leapfrog Newtown.
10.
And it is a tough take, and it's done well there. Looks like Dylan Smith at the back.
Up now, Toro.
Highly credentialed youngster coming out of Endeavour Sports High School.
Go. 1. Top up and square.
Great start of the game for both squads. 2 quality sets of 6. You're filling out probably for the first 5 minutes.
So Toole with a carry. Seyfarth again gets himself over halfway. So just confirm you had a word to Seyfarth about Jolliffe, and you had a word to Jolliffe about Seyfarth.
Yes, I did, but I also had a chat to also Ciolo and also Lulu. I just want confrontation, Jimmy. What I'm loving at the moment, what I say to these front rowers, aim between shoulders. You can see by the two great hits by Ciolo, through the shoulders, 10 metres.
So ball hasn't been out of play just yet. We're into our 4th set now. So control from both sides, control from the kickers. He's now Flanagan, throws long, and it's a good pass out to Phillips, and Phillips stepping inside. Sorensen out of dummy half. Saw that there was a marker offside, and he made a good scurry down that short side of about 12 metres. Spoke to Greg Madison prior to the game. He said he's actually won a SG Ball tournament as a 9, so has got history there.
We were worried about how big he was for the occasion, but from that run, well suited to their hook and roll.
So here's Marbani. The Magpies have got to come right off their own line. That was a really good set there from Newtown. This is Bradley. 196 centimetres. Kane Bradley was the second row. They've turned him into a winger. Doing a very good job for Brett Hodgson, the Magpies coach. Seyfarth with a little tip on there to Rocco, and Rocco's handled defensively. Lolo involved in that one. Comes again to Bury, and Polselli is there and takes it comfortably. Harbord United junior, Luke Polselli, and probably has a preferred position as fullback, but doing a job for his team.
Showed great speed there to get that kick on the full, which is great for a winger.
Hold. Go.
Here's Sorensen in at dummy half. Here's Jolliffe, gets himself over halfway. 4 defenders there to bring him to grounding, including Ciolo. Rocco involved in the tackle as well. Now Flanagan goes to an edge. Talakai is there and he pushes away and he's still pushing away. Big, strong man stands in the tackle. And the kick comes in from Flanagan, finds touch, just slows it down. First break we've had in the game.
5 minutes, first break, as you said, Jimmy. I just think it's been a well-controlled game, watching 2 sets of halves doing their work, getting their forwards around the pitch. But as I said, the boys enjoy a little bit of walk at the scrum. Heavy breathing, such a high-quality game. I think the weather's sort of going to bring the best out of these guys today.
All the way back, Newtown. All the way back.
There's Flanagan on screen. We mentioned the 7 games that he's played at NRL level. No doubt he'll be goal kicking today. A little bit of wind around as well, so that'll play its part. We presume there's going to be shots at goal.
Yeah, amazing for a young kid to be coming through, Jimmy, to have someone like Cooper Cronk as your halfback mentor, and they also have a coach the way they've got it. Now, Robinson, I love that guy as a coach, and you can see his way he plays this kid. He's certainly he's got a lot of skill, and he's learnt a lot.
So here come the Magpies out on this right-hand side, and second row, Miller.
How many planes are you going to see? You're waiting for it, were you? We're going to Belmore Road. We're looking at trains. Now we're looking at planes. Mate, they get so close.
They called the Jets for a reason, you understand, Spud. Here's Rocco out the back now.
Is that why, is it?
Bukatapu.
What a great name.
He was serious, ladies and gents.
Oh, I am.
Here's the kick coming in. This will be an offside call from the referee. We all thought it might have been play on. They were pouring through the middle. Just pulled back by the referee. We'll have to have a look at it again.
Penalty offside.
So here, yeah. Players are definitely in front. And look quite straightforward there. We were about to referee a massive rap. Why don't we do it anyway? Spud, I know how much you like doing that.
I do. I love the referees in this format. One referee doing his job.
Bring it back, boys.
The thing I love about this, Jimmy, is that they've got respect for the players, but the players got respect for the bloke in the middle.
Darian Furner, our man in charge today. Why don't we get down and get an understanding of the story and the conditions here at Henson Park with Hannah Hollis.
Jimmy, whether you're sitting on the grandstand or on the hill, it's official. Today is a perfect day for playing some rugby league, and because this game is so important for the finals for both sides, a great crowd is certainly starting to build here at Henson Park. So expect them to get vocal later on in the game. Not a cloud in the sky this evening. There we go. Jets opening the scoring.
Yeah, it's Polselli who's got over. The run was from Jackson Ferris, and he was full of power down this left-hand side, and Luke Polselli, we've already seen him do a couple of good things today. He does something even better, gets the first try.
Yeah, that was all from a mistake, Jimmy. The first mistake we've seen in the game, but great run here. God, he's a powerhouse upstairs, and a great right arm offload around the corner, and a great try in the corner there. As said, Polesi, just magnificent.
It's the build-up work from Ferris. Look at that, straight over the top of Mark Barney.
I also like the play beforehand too with Flanagan with the in and away, brings the defender into him, which allows this guy to have some bit more room. And God, he's a massive human upstairs. You can't go high, he'll push off, as you've seen in the footage.
There we go, just having a look at Luke Polselli, not the biggest man on the field by any stretch, averages just over 75 metres a game, and we've seen his game sense come into play. He had a bit of work to do too when he got that footy.
Yeah, he certainly did. Great little left foot step. And two-hand put down, which is great to see from a winger.
So here's Kyle Flanagan. Here's the conversion attempt we wanted to see today. And it doesn't get much more difficult. He's taken it back a long way, hasn't he? 26 metres. And
what's his completion rate, Jimmy? What do you got a stat for me?
Well, first grade, he's kicking at 68%. He's better than that. He's better than that.
He takes it back a fair way. He's gone back past the quarter line.
Jimmy, he might also be factoring in the conditions and the wind down on the sideline. I didn't get to say it before because we had some try-scoring action to get to, but certainly there's a breeze moving across the park. It is at the backs of the Jets. And he slices it through nicely.
Oh, Hannah.
Spoke too soon, commentators cursed Jimmy. That's it from me.
Oh, I tell you what, he did strike it nicely, but unfortunately waved away. 4-0 is the score. Mark Spudco, and as we mentioned, Luke Polselli, more of a fullback, doing a job on the wing for Greg Madison, and over your way, Harbord Devils Junior.
Yeah, he's the one that we will let go, but as I said, mate, you can't make mistakes. Back then, the other set was down a little chip kick offside, and then the next set of 6, they score a try.
Oh, there's the difficult one, and it's bounced in the field of play. So the call came out, leave it. And unfortunately for the Jets, that is a horrible way to start your set. Straight after points. Oh. You know, he could have got there.
Well, isn't the rule they can just have 1 foot over the sideline and grab it on the full? That should have been...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Don't have to catch it. Just get your hand on it.
Yeah.
That was your man, Sione Katoa.
Yeah, disappointing. It's crazy. To our listeners out there, he actually turned on my gym last year. I had no idea who this kid was. We'll get through the set.
Magpies, great attacking opportunity. Marbani taken a little high by Williams. In fact, too high is the call from Darian Ferner.
Tapping. Okay.
And we're looking for tap and go here from the Magpies. Sonny Luke is there and taps it, and here's the power through the middle. Ciolo's got it. Luke fires long. Nice pass, nice pick up too from Tapu.
Off the arm and square marker.
A bit slow to his feet. Apuri. Now there's a little tip on. Nice work. And equally good defence too. Beautiful tackle on Seafarth. They come right side. The long ball from Bury. Malbani is going to get over there himself. Stretches out, does it. Well, you've got to say he was in the wrong with the missed tackle for the first try from Newtown, and hasn't Bilal Marbani made up for it at the other end? Try to the Magpies.
Hasn't he? Certainly what, Jimmy, as we spoke about, but again, a mistake from the kickoff. You can't afford to make mistakes. Again, they respond with a great try out here out wide. He was so determined to make up for his mistake. He was going in from the defence, but powerhouse to the line. Defensive-wise, they should have come off and slid, but straight away they went slide motion, try in the corner. Great vision too.
Yeah, well done. Camera work here at Henson Park from the boys and girls at Fox Sports. Didn't miss a thing. Now Bilal Marbani attempting to convert his own try.
Oh, we're kicking with Sione came out of the gym, Jimmy. He got dropped off by a council worker around the Woolloomooloo, and I trained this kid. He was on muscle, but so I gave him a bit of a flogging, plenty of push-ups and dips. Anyway, I rang him up the next day. 3 days later, he rang me back. He said, I can't move my arm. Next thing I blink, he's playing first grade for Cronulla. He's down here trying to get a bit of a fitness going here to hopefully knock on a few doors, playing first grade again.
Well, he's shown himself to be a talent. Here's the kick from Marbani. You talk about the impact of the win. Waved away. Scoreline is 4-all. Why don't we have another look at this try? It was a beauty. The winger on the outside maybe could have released too to Harry O'Toole. Decided to do it all himself, Marbani, and got there.
He had a bit of a point to prove, didn't he? As you said, he made up for it.
Stay on there, Jack.
Kick off from Kennedy. So he goes Ciolo charging into Ferris. And two big men come together there. Jolliffe to help out as well. So too Teague Wilton. Down on the south coast, a rumoured Devils player. He's playing on the edge at the moment. He'll go into the centre of the field too. And Greg Madison makes his first change, and Sorensen will go to the edge. Here's the Maggies with the footy. McIntyre it was, out of dummy half goes Sonny Luke. Jack Gibson medalist for Penrith in their Holden Cup victory back in 2015. Player of real quality. Last one now. It comes to Bury. It goes high, and This is a tough one for Kennedy. Lets it go there, and it's knock on here from Newtown. Oh, this is a crucial one. Unfortunately, Thomas Hazelton, the young flag player, has knocked it on, and the Magpies will get another opportunity.
From a tap back, unfortunately, he was there standing there, low to the ground, hard for a big man to get down so quick.
Is he facing his own goal line?
No. If there was two referees, they'd probably say that, but there's only one out there. He made his decision. Fair call.
Let's go, fellas.
Never you've
Let's
been
pass
such
it. Heads
a
right
ref
in.
lover. Anyway, there's been a change in Mark Carroll. You got the Maggies on the attack again. That was Bury. From down at Wagga Wagga. Wagga Kangaroos player, in fact. So another opportunity for the Magpies, and just a bit of pressure coming on the defence of Newtown here. Katapu goes inside, and Rocco is handled by Jolliffe. Katapu back inside. There's another good defensive effort from Newtown, so they're responding to this. It was McIntyre with the run. Sonny Luke out of dummy half. The kick, nice bounce, try. Well, they couldn't quite clean it up, and as a result, Watson Halida gets across for the second try for the Magpies. It's been all them the last 5 or 6 minutes. They're dominating.
As I say, luxury fortune, a little bit of a schooner from that kick could have gone dead, but unfortunately off the ricochet from the Newtown side. Great pick up on the fly.
Well, he gets the try. We mentioned what a talented player that Sonny Luke is. But Watson Alita himself had a standout junior career, junior Kiwi in 2014 and in 2015. Came through that Otahuhu Leopards junior system, and then finished off at Cooper Park up there in Queensland. So it's got the pedigree there, Watson Halita.
Certainly a very highly qualified side this. I like the west side, just due to, I think you can see the Maguire impact of coming down. Their lines, their execution is absolutely brilliant.
Kick waved away, so Barney unsuccessful. Plane number 2 going over the top, so you're keeping a little tally on that one, Spud.
It's number 3, Jimmy, actually.
Number 3, sorry, there you go.
Well, let's see how many there are. It's amazing. It's great to be back at this whole, it brings back memories, Jimmy, for you. How many games you play here?
Yeah, the Roosters played, I was playing under 21s back in 1990. There was a bit of a dispute between the Sydney Cricket Ground Trust and the Roosters, so they decided to play their last 6 or 7 games here at Henson Park. And we did all our training here, of course, for a number of years. So great memories of Jack Gibson walking around with a couple of Alsatians chasing tennis balls all around the ground. Jack with the 8-iron, chipping golf balls over the goalposts.
Yeah, well, you bring the year up 1990, Jimmy. You were playing under 20, what was under 23s back then? It was the last game of the year I was playing for South. We were coming dead last. And I was all excited because I'd already played for Australia throughout the year out of the blue, and they were going to pick a Australian train-on squad. And I remember I popped both AC joints, tackling Billy Dunn.
Yes.
He was the... he was like the Michelin man. He had the thigh pads, he had the shoulder pads, he had the headgear, he had the full package. And I did both AC joints, but I actually did some magic over the evening with an old bloke called Jim Livingston. Unfortunately not here anymore, but he was an old dog man who fit greyhounds, and we stayed up all night icing and heating. And I got through the thing for training. But Billy Dunn, that's the only time I played here at the Henson Oval. It was absolutely magnificent to be back.
More of Spud's career as the game plays out over the course of the afternoon, ladies and gents. We just saw that stat come up about the possession. It was all Magpies, and it was reflected on the couple of tries that they scored to. There's the loose pass coming from Flanagan. They just lost their way a little bit. Oh, this is good work. This is Wilton down the sideline. Oh, couldn't quite get the kick in. I think that'll be play on. Polselli will do well to stay in the field of play. He has done that. He was a little upset with the tackle from Miller. They called it last, so we go high again. That was through Williams, and getting back to take it nicely is Dylan Smith. Immediately offloads now to Bradley. Hitting good, strong defence. Nice passage of play there after the ball went on the ground from Newtown.
I would, but
On the way.
Mark Barney. But you're right about the impact of Michael Maguire. So too Brett Hodgson, of course, on the coaching staff, an assistant to Michael at NRL level. And one of the legends of the Magpies. They've had so much talent out of the NRL squad, which obviously impacts Canterbury Cup side. Some of that talent playing in the Canterbury Cup.
We say it every week, Jimmy. These coaches should be commended. Now, they get their side maybe Thursday, they're playing Saturday, and the cohesion they're getting out there is just great to see.
Oh, Pukatapu has not quite got that right. The impact of the wind again. Kennedy just watches it sail over the sideline. So this will be another opportunity for Newtown to go on the attack.
Just noticed, Jimmy, another ground they've got no flags on top of the post. As a player, you look for flags. You can't just keep looking for the trees. But as Hannah said, the wind is going across the ground, and by that kick that we have, out in the full.
Here's Newtown. Centre field. Come now to Lolo. Williams has got the ball back inside. That is a good run too. And Sorensen, who's gone out to that edge now. Here's Lolo back through the middle. Flanagan went short. Jolliffe strong. It takes 3 Magpies to drag him down, and he's only 15 metres out. They come back to Jack Williams. Kennedy, they're a bit short on numbers. Sometimes that doesn't worry when you've got a powerhouse like Jackson Ferris just short of the line. They had to get there in numbers, the Magpies, and now they've conceded the penalty. It was another strong run from Jackson Ferris. We might have an issue here for Sonny Luke. Players down everywhere. We've got someone in the centre of the park there with cramp. We're only 21 minutes into this clash.
He's a powerhouse. 5 people to stop him, eh?
Yeah,
he jumped in number 2 there. 5. Over the top. Should have been in our game, mate. That would be a penalty, which it is, but also maybe a sin binning, keeping them out down too long. Quick play the ball would have done amazing things for the Newtown Jets.
So we're just waiting on the tap and go here from Newtown. Cialo's up and at him. Braden Trindle's on the field too, so that means that change has been made by Madison. That'll be Wilton into the centre, Sorensen out on the edge, Trindle at dummy half. Here's Flanagan, throws long, and this is Phillips trying to place Katoa on the outside. He's got plenty of pace, not as much as his brother. He told us that before the game. Ball back to Phillips now. Talking about Tui Katoa, who plays for the Bulldogs in Canterbury Cup. Trindle waits, ball comes now. Flanagan finds Lolo, who finds Williams, and that's Sorensen, and that's what we know he can do so well. Playing overhead, Braden Trindle with the footy. Lolo is short of the line. Really nice defensive effort here from the Magpies. They go right side. This is Flanagan, full of running step, Low gets the try. Well, he knew there was space out on that left-hand side, right side for Newtown. And he had the ball in 2 hands. It made him dangerous, and then he got the try. Well done, Kyle Flanagan.
Also from a great lead up by Lolo. His go forward has been exceptional today, but he's a quick play the ball for such a big man. Right foot step. Defender on the inside not doing his job. Great skill.
I think his first thought was pass there, Flanagan. And then there were such gaps in that defensive line as he was going out to that right-hand side. He thought, wow, there could be an opportunity for me here, and he found it. And was able to get low, get over and score the try. So a tough goal kick for him first up, much easier for this second one. It's the Newtown team song, the strains of it heard in the background. And we see 68% at NRL level, 62% at Canterbury Cup level. And as I said, we know he's a better goal kicker than that. The year that he had with that outstanding Sharks 20 side in 2017, he was kicking them from everywhere at a rate of well over 80%. So here we go with Flanagan. Yeah, kicks it on this occasion, pushes them ahead. And it's the game in the balance at the moment, Hannah Hollis.
Jimmy Smith, no problems with that conversion for Kyle Flanagan. Happy to see it. Now coming up on Fox League, a huge Super Saturday. First of all, we are in Cronulla as the Sharks prepare to host the Warriors. And Sean Johnson's looking to even the ledger after his former side got the better of his new team early this year. Then we head to Campbelltown. It is a must-win for both the Tigers and the Knights. And Josh Reynolds returns for the Tigers and in first grade since round 7, and he returns to play dummy half, which is where he began his career all those years ago. And then rounding us out is the Dragons and the Roosters, and it's all coming up on Fox League.
Can you imagine the night's sleep that Josh Reynolds had? He'd have been that excited about it.
He's waiting 10 weeks is his opportunity.
Yeah, good luck to him too. Big game, that one, for the Newcastle Knights. How do they respond after being told they'll have a new coach this week? All that coming up on your Super Saturday. It's a great way to start here at Henson Park. Another strong run from Sorensen. So they're rolling upfield pretty comfortably. Jolliffe spins out of a tackle. Nice work. What's he got to do between shoulders?
Between shoulders, fight for every inch.
Now that was Wilton. Gets to Flanagan. Early kick. Oh, Katoa is there. Gets the bounce, but it just held him up. He was ready to fly onto it. Was too good a bounce. Now Flanagan wants to go again. Ball in hand, and it's another kick. This time able to be handled by the Magpies. But just as we had all that possession and the momentum with the Magpies 8 or 9 minutes ago, it's been all Newtown. And here they go defensively. Strong again. Talakai heavily involved. Well, this is a good run. Halita really relieved the pressure there. Nice carry. Ciolo with a no-look pass, and O'Toole was nearly straight through. Phillips was nice and aggressive in the middle of the park. Sonny Luke kicks. He was inside his 40. So just went up a gear this game here, and that's gone into the in-goal area. Polselli forced all the way back to get it, and that's a great chase from Barney and Bury. High-quality game of Canterbury Cup footy here at Henson Park. Williams the dummy half. Sorensen with another carry. Calls that he'd lost it in the tackle, not picked up by our sideline officials, and there's more strong defence. That's on Toby Rudolph. Great to see Toby back playing. First week back from an ACL. Last week he was playing for Glebe Burwood in the Ron Massey Cup, the feeder club here for Newtown. Canterbury Cup this week, and he said to Coach Madison, Glebe last week, Newtown this week, Cronulla the week after.
Outstanding vision.
Dylan Smith, Sharks Junior in fact, Australian schoolboys rep. Bradley with the carry. Former Bulldog, former Dragon. Another good carry from Watson Halita. This is O'Toole, so all the outside backs getting in to help out with this set. Now they get their big men going forward. This is Joseph Radavaka Seravalu who's on the field after having a broken leg. They go left-hand side. Pukatapu puts the kick in, and this could be dangerous because this man's a flyer. Will Kennedy, here he goes. Oh, picked off Felix Smith. Gets up, goes again. Still going Kennedy. Great run. Oh, too long in the tackle. Saying he was pinned in there, and now he's in the bin. You can't believe it. Corey Apori Pukatapu, the skipper, has been sent to the sin bin. Well, just wondering how this could be the slowest walk-off at Henson Park in a very long time. Referee Furness stops the clock. There's a good crowd in here at Henson Park. They want to see some action, and Pukatapu just slowing it down on the moment.
Great pickup. What about the speed of this kid? Right foot step, evasion, amazing.
Yeah, when Hannah was having a chat to Will before the game, I was talking about his father, of course, Bubba Kennedy, Will Kennedy as well.
Wow. Just
finished playing last year. He's 51 years of age. He's up at Bathurst, keeps pretty fit.
Stay on side.
Pukatapu, he's off the field of play. So we can start the action again. Great opportunity, one man down. Newtown ready to extend their lead here at Henson Park. Oh, just getting a little lost there, Trindle at dummy half. This is a run from Rudolph, nice and strong.
Wow, how big is that kid?
Well, he can play on the edge as well. He said to his coach, no, I'll play in the middle, especially coming back from an ACL. Here's Trindle, he had a dummy half, the big dummy from him, popped it out the back and set upon immediately. In fact, they were offside.
He's in force to play.
Yeah, you heard from the referee, just went a little early.
1 foot here, Alex.
You would think tap and go.
Hold. Go.
Jolliffe, another carry, hasn't had a break yet. Ladies 30 minutes straight.
Give him room. Hold. Go. 1.
Trindle out now to Flanagan. They look like they've got numbers. There's Talakai, too strong, pushes away from one and gets the try. CCC for Talakai. Non-plus look on his face as he got up. It's like, yeah, that's shelling peas. Another try for me.
As you said, Jimmy, the Newtown Jets, been all the Newtown Jets the last 10 minutes. Now they're down to 12 minutes. The Western Suburbs side, it's going to be tough. Bit of a game change. I see an opportunity with 10 minutes to go. They're game-changing moments. See how they're going to hold out. Unfortunately, they couldn't. Great run out here. Big man upstairs. You can't go high on this bloke. Take his legs out and he'll go down.
Apori Pukatapu, of course, would have been standing somewhere about there in the defensive line, sent to the sin bin. So that's great awareness from the team leaders. Trindle at dummy half and Kyle Flanagan, Jack Williams, about where the attack should flow. And when you've got a powerhouse like CCC for Talakai out there, you've got to use him. Mascot Jets Jr. has played NRL back at South Sydney 2016 and 2017. So he's clearly a man who knows how to get the job done.
Been impressed with Flanagan, the way he plays. Now, not only his goal kicking, but this is general play, Jimmy, how he goes to the line. They talk about halfbacks and go to the line and take a whack. He can certainly do that, but that time he's seen the outside men available, quick pass. And his mix of the game is absolutely outstanding to watch. You see the cream rise when they come down here. He's too good for this grade.
Yeah, only turned 20 last, a little bit earlier this year. So he's only 1 year out of flag. As we said, he's a clear talent. He was the best and fairest for Newtown last year. By the looks of it, the Roosters have got themselves a good one.
Yeah.
There's another tough kick for him. Strikes it, and that is nice. So now it's a 8-point ball game. Newtown in control of this one. You got a text message back from the great Tom Radonicus.
Yeah,
of course,
Tommy's,
they're playing for the Tom Radonicus Cup today.
Unbelievable. He's so excited sitting at home watching up in Queensland. He's just written, I'm going really well. Just asked how he was going. He's 88.2 kilos. He was down to 75 there for a while, so the treatment he's getting from his cancer is working. So it's great to hear that from Tommy, and our love goes back to him.
Yeah, undoubtedly. I was lucky enough to be coached by Tommy and Magpies in '97. What a character of the game. What a tough man in a tough era. And let's not forget about the talent that he had either, because he was the incumbent Australian halfback for a decade.
We've heard all the stories, when he got into there and he said to Mortimer was the other one, get off my bed. That's how Tommy was. He was just such a... I'm so glad in my life that I've actually had him coach me for New South Wales. The stories, just the banter, and the mateship I've got for him. I still ring him every state of origin day. And I go down the phone, I go, cattle dog. He goes, I love you, Spud, because naturally I was the cattle dog thrower. I threw the punch. He's made a lot of money out of me now. He's got shirts, he's got hats, he's got everything. And guess what I got back? Nothing, Tommy.
All right, an impassioned plea on air.
No passion. No, I'm happy to give it to him. It's good.
That'll be a first.
No, one of the fun. Can I tell you a story after this? We've got a couple of
game or scrum?
No, we're talking about this retro round, Newtown. So I think we can talk highly of Tom Madonicus, but talk as we go through the set.
That's Rudolph with the carry. Eastwood's on the field as well. Greg Eastwood. Jersey number 25. 28 tests for New Zealand. Thanks very much. Here's Sorensen. Another strong carry. Now Trindle out of dummy half. Down the short side, and Kennedy does well. Good footwork. Now he's opened them up. Kennedy goes again. Stands. Can offload to Trindle. Trindle down the short side. Plenty of defence there, and they hang on to him. They're playing havoc with the Magpies. One man short, remember. Ferris throws long to no one, and it goes back 30 metres. Might make it 40, in fact. This is Flanagan with the footy. Kicks it. This might be dangerous as well. Katoa is flying. And there have been some great tries scored at Henson Park, but that is up there with the best of them.
Jimmy, I've got tingles. I'm clapping so loud over here. My God, that pass went back 40 metres. The vision by Flanagan as we spoke. But what about this guy on the wing? God, he can run. But the athleticism to put the ball down. These wingers, they must practice these in-goal. Mate, there's no one that will I do that in life. I must have think he's got a trampoline on him because there's no fear of the body hurting. Watch this.
Have a look at Sione Katoa. Why wouldn't you celebrate? It's a beauty. Does the right thing. Stays on side. Dylan Smith is tracking across as fast as he can. The bounce is perfect. Yeah, the fight with a photographer. Why not? We want to see the printed still on that one. Sione Katoa. Why wouldn't you be excited?
That's where Greg Porteous should have been sitting. He's number one in Telegraph taking photos. But that guy down there, the big fellow with the camera, mate, hopefully you got a shot because that's one of the best finishes of a try you'll ever see.
Oh, wow. I mean, he's a known try scorer. He's a known speed machine.
Wow.
He was in that 2017 under-20 side that I was talking about with this man, Kyle Flanagan. And if not for the the great form of a Bronson Cherry, he's a first grader in waiting. Sione Katoa, a permanent first grader, I mean. And when you see that, I don't know if he's got a highlights reel on YouTube. If he hasn't, he needs to put it on right now.
Well, I'm sure Coach Morris will be looking down here at Jimmy and seeing the talent he's got knocking on the door for his side next year. A couple of players are moving on. I just think what I've seen, especially in the front row, is there's people that take Gallen's spot. We've got outside wingers who can actually play, and I think the Roosters have picked up a magnificent kid in this Flanagan. Mate, I've seen everything out of this kid today.
Right, well, we want to see him kick one from the sideline because last time he missed. This is his most difficult one of the day out on the left-hand side. Can't bring it around. Handy attempt, though. All right, let's get down to the sideline. What about that try, Hannah?
Jimmy, it was so great. The crowd up on the hill that I'm looking directly at, they were all on their feet. They loved it. High fives for the photographers on the sideline. But I want to talk about the vision from Carl Flanagan. Between floating in first grade and then floating down to reserve grade, he's only played a handful of games with this team. In fact, this is the first time we're seeing this spine, 9, 7, 6 and 1 all line up together. But his vision to put in that early kick and get Sione down the wing, he's ready for first grade. Regular first grade, Jimmy, I mean.
Yeah, and he'll get that opportunity at the Roosters next year, obviously with Cooper Cronk retiring. You just see those players, and some of them do graduate from under-20s and some don't, but he just strikes me as a guy who's got time. And that's what the classy players have.
Joseph, up the square!
There's another carry from Eastwood. Joseph Radavakas Seravalu in defence gets another one as well. So back from a broken leg, Joe Ratu had a really bad break a couple of years ago. Here's another work from Ferris, and he releases Polselli. Does well to stay away from the sideline. Can't get away from Max Bury. And does get the offload though, and here's Williams now straightening up. Gee, they're under the pump here, the Magpies. Just waiting for Pukatapu to get back onto the field. Ball on the inside. Rudolph is there. Stands. Tries to offload. Does.
Wow.
What brilliant work. And Greg Eastwood, I don't think he scores many. Gets one under the post at Henson Park.
12 men. We've seen 18 points. Quite amazing. 3 tries. Great ball play through the middle from the big fellow who's come on from the bench. He's certainly got some skill level, but to see Eastwood coming through the middle, trailing through the middle. Great little ball, great hands. As you said, Jimmy, the front rowers don't score many tries. He'll take that one. What he had to run? 1 metre. Boom. Try time.
Well, Corey Apuri Pukatapu was on the sideline, ready to come back onto the field of play after his 10 minutes into the bin. Meanwhile, Newtown have scored 3 tries, including that man, Greg Eastwood, with well over 240 NRL games to his credit with the Bulldogs and the Broncos. We mentioned his test matches. That was reminiscent of Greg Dowling's catch off the crossbar in State of Origin, wasn't it? Beautiful hands from Eastwood.
Remember that? See the footage of that, Jimmy. The balls back then with the old Steed and all the Kookaburra leather, and they still had great hands. None of these pimpled balls what they got now.
Got to give a rap to Toby Rudolph too. Great ball. There's the extras just before halftime. Gee, it was a costly 10 minutes in the sin bin for the Magpies. I don't think there'll be any more action in this first half, but they have stamped themselves with some sort of precision in this first 40 minutes, especially at the back end of the half. The locals will be happy here at Henson Park. It's been a strong performance from the Jets. Newtown 24, the Magpies 8.
Newtown is coming, hear the blue bags humming, Newtown.
Coverforce Insurance Broking is Australia's largest privately owned insurance broker. We've been in business for more than 30 years. We provide insurance advice and insurance services to a broad cross-section of industries across Australia, but in particular in Sydney. We are long-term sponsors of the Newtown Jets. We regard the Newtown Jets as the embodiment of a gritty, gutsy community football team, and we're very proud of our association.
Let's keep the Jets flying. Keep the Jets flying. Let's keep the Jets flying.
Coverforce are big supporters of the Jets. We love the footy team and their supporters and the great crowds that go down to Henson Park. We're very committed to keeping the Jets flying.
Coverforce provides smart insurance solution for businesses, large and small. Contact Coverforce and they can check out your insurances. Get a quote today and be sure to support those who support the Jets.
Some really good individual performances on a beautiful day for rugby league at Henson Park. It's a great way to start your Super Saturday. We'll take a break. We'll be back with all the highlights of the first 40 here. Canterbury Cup on Fox Sports. Great action here at Henson Park on a Super Saturday. The entree is Canterbury Cup clash, and it's Newtown who are in a dominant position over the Western Suburbs Magpies. 7th beat 10, and the Magpies season slips sliding away if they don't get themselves a win here today. There's been some end-to-end action and some really good individual performances. It is a real festival at Henson Park, as it always is, but a magnificent day, capped off by some great rugby league. All right, there are our stats coming out of that first half. Mark Carroll, and what do you see?
Well, the Newtown side have had no ball for the last 15 minutes, as you can see by the completion rate, 15 from 17 and 12. That's for the west side. Western Suburbs side's 12 from 13. But the thing is all about ball control. The run meters, 611, 407. The game is being dominated by, especially by the forwards up the middle, been outstanding. And then we'll see some great tries roll off that. In the second half is about to kick off.
All right, here's the highlights of the first half. First try, too, was a really strong run from Jackson Ferris, and Luke Polselli was the beneficiary.
All good wingers have to finish off a great try like that.
This is Bilal Marbani, who responded straight away. It was a nice bit of work, and Sonny Luke got out and put a beautiful kick in for Watson Halida.
Yeah, luck's your fortune. Sometimes a kick has to come off a person. That's what's happened. Great little right foot step there by a kid who's running off to the west from going to the Roosters next year.
Talakai was too big and strong in the absence of Pukatapu. In fact, they got themselves 3 tries, but there is no doubt this was the most spectacular of the half, and it was your man, Sione Katoa.
It's probably one of the best I've seen live tries, but the vision by Flanagan outside to the winger there, Katoa, and actually magnificent. What about the foot down?
And here's the offload from Toby Rudolph, who's really making an impact here at Newtown. Greg Eastwood, the beneficiary, but that was the way it finished. Here is the score summary. Jets in control. Eastwood, Talakai, Katoa, Polselli and Flanagan. Flanagan 3 from 5. Halida and Marbani with the tries for the Magpies. And it's been a tough day with the goal kicking for Bilal Marbani. Lots of action coming up on your Super Saturday. We've got the Sharks up against the Warriors. We've got the Tigers and the Knights, and then finished off with the Dragons and the Roosters. But all the action of the second half will be coming your way from the gorgeous Henson Park very shortly. Make sure you stick around. It's been all Newtown in this second half of the first half. How do they continue it second half? That's the big question. He couldn't do it again, could he? Sione Katoa was arguably the try of the year. And we'll be on highlight reels everywhere for the Canterbury Cup New South Wales. 26 points to 8 is the scoreline here at Henson Park. Magnificent day. Great for the kids. Great for the mums and dads as well. Now they've had to clear the field. They've talked about full-time footy kicks. Well, they've got them at halftime here at Henson Park.
How good is it to go on the ground? You see the kids running around the old chip and chase. How'd they get them off? But they ring a bell or something? What happened? Did they get off?
I don't know. Anyway, they're off. So it's play on here in this Canterbury Cup clash. Season on the line for this Western Suburbs Magpies side, it must be said. They had to win today. There's Dylan Smith. Heard so much about him, seen him in action, read a lot about him. I think if the Western Suburbs Magpies are to get back into this game, they need something from their very talented fullback.
Yeah, he's. It all comes down to the go forward. I think the West Suburbs side has certainly been bending them over at the start, but the last 15 minutes we had no ball.
No, it makes it hard, doesn't it? Especially in the absence of Corey Pukatapu. As the Jets come back out.
Where are the bloke on the bike?
We'll get to him. You can see the jersey there in the background with Chica, number 3, in honour of the late, great Brian Chickamore. There's Toby Rudolph. And what a story he is, Spud. He's signed on the Saturday with the Sharks. On the Sunday, he played in the state championship match last year for Redcliffe versus the Bulldogs. Did his ACL in about the first 10 minutes, and it's only his second game back this year. And tell you what, he's making an impact.
He certainly has. I'm glad you used that word impact. His impact off the bench has been absolutely sensational. He's go forward. He's got some brilliant hands. He's ran seven hit-ups for 79 metres. He's been the leading forward eater in the Newtown side.
Penny farthing is the preferred mode of transport here at Henson Park. Tell you what, there's a story around that fella as well. Hannah said, look, can we use that in the background? He said, yeah, but you've got to give me 10 tickets to the Matty John show. He's a wheeler and dealer, no doubt about it. Here's Katoa. Spectacular first half try. And he gets the late offload as well. Done space through the middle now. That was Kennedy. So they've picked up where they left off in that first half. Talakai with a carry. Sorensen out on the edge, the flick for Williams. I was just about to say, I'd like to see Jack Williams get himself involved in this game. It's been a lot about Kyle Flanagan and not so much Jack Williams. We know what a talent he is.
Up, Sonny! Here it is. Here. Hold.
Eastwood with the carry. They're making good metres here. Wilton now going sideways. Not much of this young bloke, and he's playing in the middle of the field. Doing a good job for Coach Greg Madison. Down the short side, that was Flanagan. Couldn't quite get that kick right. Put himself under pressure as much as anyone, and Marbani comes up for the Magpies.
Yeah, certainly a great opening set by the Newtown side straight after half-time. As a coach, that's what you want. Great completion. Now a mistake by the Western Suburbs.
Oh, dear. Ball loose in the tackle. Poor old Harry O'Toole. Referee got it exactly right there. He's just trying to get that footy ready to jump up and get the quick play of the ball. The coach would have been telling him that at half-time, Brett Hodgson, but unfortunately it's come unstuck.
Yeah, they're coach killers, aren't they? You don't want to be a coach.
Hey boys, let's pack it. Come on, heads in. Right in here. Right in. Stay in there.
So here we go.
Out.
To start this second half, the last thing they need to do is give up a try here, the Magpies. This is Kennedy, straightens just about through. Geez, exciting to watch.
1 foot hold.
In the end, they just got hold of him. It was McIntyre with the tackle. Here's another charge, and it's like Eastwood. He's just, oh, he's got it. He's got it. I think we've got referee Ferner is going to say, Greg Eastwood, you have try number 2. That looked innocuous, but Big Greg, he knows he scored it. That is a great start to the second half for the Jets.
We'll see if by our vision, great feedback before the Kennedy did a great run, but Eastwood, he certainly knows how to find. Like 2 tries today.
That's it.
Anyone watching, any young kid watching the game, just keep moving your legs, keep fighting for every inch, and as you can see that, without that, he wouldn't have scored that try.
Look at that. 4 defenders around him. Not small men either. Felix Smith gets involved. Look at referee Furness right there. And he's seen the ball on the line, and that's all it takes, Spudley.
Yeah, it certainly does. But as we spoke, Jimmy, you can't make mistakes in this game. It doesn't matter which game you play. It doesn't matter what grade, what age. You cannot make a mistake. Newtown side did a great opening set of 6. Then the winger dropped the ball. Then the next set of 6, try time.
Poor old Harry O'Toole. Summed up in the phrase, the winger dropped the ball. We've heard that a bit around the history of rugby league, haven't we?
We know they're only good for a couple of years, don't you?
Big hello to all the wingers and the past wingers that are watching.
I've been very impressed with the wingers this year and in the NRL. Some of the defensive, my God, they can come out and line and whack.
Here's Flanagan, adds the extras. They are in complete control. Let's get down to Hannah and find out what was said at halftime.
Well, Jimmy, when we talk about Greg Madison and his Jets after their dominant first half, you'd expect him to be very happy, and he was. He's also very pleased to see more of the same so soon in the second half. He is aware that their 3 tries came against when they were playing the Magpies with just 12 men, and he said they're going to throw caution to the wind, boys. Be prepared and switched on for that. As for Brett Hodgson, Sorensen and his Magpies. He said their effort areas were poor and the team dropped their head in the last 10 minutes. He said the team was not willing to survive the adversity. We can score points, but we need to get back into the arm wrestle. They do have 40 minutes to turn around this score and their season. Otherwise, they're going to kiss it goodbye. Jimmy, they don't have many full-time players on the field, but the players they do have compete with heart, and they'll need to play with big hearts in this next 40 if they are going to turn it around.
You've got to update us on the man on the penny farthing as well. He was negotiating with you strongly to get tickets into the Matty John show.
And not just 1 or 2 tickets, Jimmy. He wants 10. I think he wants to bring everyone he knows. It'll be great, though. Stay tuned on the Matty John show in the next few weeks.
Absolutely. Oh, look at Newtown. They're toying with the Magpies at the moment. I mentioned the lack of those full-time players. Dylan Smith, Kane Bradley, Sam McIntyre. Oh, late offload there to Wilton. He's got players on the outside. He can't get the ball there. He might not need to. Back on the inside for Flanagan. Referee Ferner was going to let it go, and then he said, no, it's floated forward. Oh, a slice of luck there for the Magpies.
It certainly was. Great inside ball. Unfortunately, gone forward a little bit. As I said, the referee there on the spot, I think it was the right call. Certainly got some skill, that ran off for such a big man. He goes forward well, but geez, he's got some great sleight of hands.
Yeah, that was good footwork and strength and that little bit of skill that you look for in your players as well. So Flanagan denied a second. Got a time off situation here. It's a Newtown player that's down in the background there. I'm going to get a look at it. It's not Scott Sorensen, is it? So it does give the Magpies an opportunity to get their breath back. Ray Yankovic comes onto the field, young Jersey Flegg player. It is Sorensen. So remember, he started the game at dummy half, doing a job for his team. Had played there before in an SG Ball Grand Final. But we know he's that edge player that can be so dangerous. Already came up with a really nice run this half. So there we go with our live ladder. Newtown in 7th spot. They'll retain that, but put that nice little buffer between themselves and the opposition.
Brayden, up now!
Robbie Rocco, he's another one of those full-time players that no doubt Brett Hodgson was talking about. We heard from Hannah a little bit earlier. That's the response they want.
I think about all the sides we've seen this year, Jim, I think Newtown, mate, if they get into the semis, they're going to give a bit of a rack. If they play this sort of footy every weekend, anyone can win the competition.
Yeah, and a lot of it depends on whether your NRL side gets through to the semi-finals and the health of your squad. We've certainly seen different stages this year. The Blacktown Workers Seagulls, last in the competition. Some of the sides they've run out have been near on impossible to beat. This is good work again there from Paul Selly. Difficult one to take under a lot of pressure, and he does it comfortably. Ferris. Oh, penalty the other way is the call from referee Ferner.
No balancing control there. There's no one on you. Just stand right up.
Bad play of the ball.
There we go. Jackson Ferris a little confused about that one. So too Jack Williams. Well, he waves at the teammates and says sorry about that one. I tell you what, he might have been the victim of a tough call there from the referee.
Well, they certainly need to be the next scorers, aren't they? The Western Suburbs side. They're in a great position.
What about that? Newtown ball boys well trained here, not handing over the foot. Harry O'Toole not so happy with it.
Oh, that's great.
Need to get a try here, the Magpies, if there are any hope. Joseph Ratu, now they go out in the back. Here's a chance for the Magpies. That man Smith has got it handled comfortably by the defensive line. Bukatapu, now he gives it on to Yankovic and tries to make his way over. First carry for him in this game. Ball now Bury, back on the inside. There's McIntyre spinning in the tackle. In fact, it was Miller. It was McIntyre that loomed up on the outside for him. Here he is again. Second shot at them for McIntyre. He's just about over the line. He's right there.
Good defence.
Held up the call by the referee. You're right, it was excellent defence from Newtown. Sam McIntyre. It just slows things down there for Newtown, what they would have wanted. Here's the kick, not a great one from Pukatapu. In fact, finds the line, but that's not quite what he was looking for in that attacking position.
Now, on that sort of set of 6, you need to get another set, another repeat. Put a bit more pressure on the Newtown side, but I think the ball come off his foot. Bit of a slice, actually. Not been much of a kick, but I know what the slice is. Out to the right. Didn't hit your mark. And scrum feed. Well, I'm what I'm seeing about this Rudolph. I'm loving this guy. He reminds me so much of a Jeff Robinson. Remember Jeff Robbo, Canterbury Bulldogs, long hair flowing, runs hard, tackles hard.
Fearless, wasn't he, Jeff Robinson?
He's one of my idols, actually. I just love the way he used to put his body on the line.
I love that vision of him crashing into the wall.
Oh, how good was it?
Poor old Sterlo, one in the back.
Didn't they have some great moves back then? The old wall. I reckon if someone did that to me, I'd probably do the same thing.
Leave me out of the wall, Spud. There he can. Sitting duck. Here's Rudolph, goes out the back to Williams. Now Kennedy is full of running. He wants to offload, does that to Ferris. Has got speed, Jackson Ferris. We know he's got strength. Pushes away. Comes now, beautiful tackle, offload, try. Oh, Polselli got it. But the lead-up was magnificent. Newtown playing a gorgeous brand of rugby league.
Well, we've seen some tries today. That was a magnificent down the left-hand edge. It was unstoppable, but the inside pass, great little flick pass too. Try and do that at pace. We'll see the vision coming up.
Here it is, the hands, Rudolph to Williams, and then as soon as Kennedy got in action, you knew there was trouble for the Magpies.
Can't beat speed. Look at this.
Well, we've got to give a rap to Jack Miller, who tracked across the back row, made the tackle on Jackson Ferris.
Great
a closer look at it.
One hand pickup. And the flick. I'm loving this.
Ball hadn't hit the ground.
No.
It was right there. I don't know whether Polselli was talking to him or not, but fantastic understanding between the left centre and the left winger. I think Polselli gets his second for the day.
We keep talking about errors, Jimmy. As we said, you can't afford the Western Suburbs side in a great position to maybe try and get another set of 6. Ball went to the halfback, off the inside edge, outside on the full. Next set of 6, the Newtown side score. Put the score out to massive, isn't it? 36 to wait for the kick to come.
Plenty of time left as well. Just get the feeling this could get ugly today. They're in a mood, aren't they, Newtown?
Yeah, they're got some great attacking weapons out wide, and they're certainly using them.
So another opportunity for Flanagan. That's his time over his kicking. Kicks it nicely. It's a very one-sided game, Hannah, but I tell you what, it's entertaining.
Absolutely, and we love to see all of these tries. I want to talk about the season that the Newtown Jets has had. It's been up and down. They started off really inconsistently, and then they won 6 of 7, but then they fell off the wagon again. But this display has been so dominant, and it certainly has the crowds in the grandstand and up on the hill at Henson Park very happy. It's a good time of year to be hitting their straps, certainly ahead of the finals.
Yeah, we're speaking to Greg Madison before the game, and they talk about the kickoff, and the time may not suit the locals here. They like to have a couple of beers and then wander down from any number of pubs that are in the area and watch the footy. But I tell you what, you couldn't get a much better day than today to sit on the hill and watch some Canterbury Cup action. Mind you, it's pretty good at home too when you're watching on Fox Sports.
Yeah, but you've got to have a nice comfy lounge with a big TV, but to be here live, outstanding.
Here's Williams, ball on the inside. Wilton, geez, impressed. Just when they've opened them up in this second half, Teague Wilton's got heavily involved. Now Sorensen recovering from that ankle injury, or calf injury that we saw him down with. Williams now with a kick, goes high. This is O'Toole under it. Polselli's got it. Basketball back on the inside. Trindle, another kick. Oh, knock on there from Magpies. It's going to be more pressure from Newtown. Dear, oh dear, they're making it hard for themselves. The black and whites.
Yeah, heads go down. Unusual, great little pick up here over the head shoulder pass. Low kick. Oh. As we talk about coach killers, get on the loose ball.
Well, we've got the opportunity. I want to send out the condolences on behalf of everyone here at Fox League to the family of Peter Moscat, the former Rooster, who was a much-loved player through the 1970s, and of course became the head of the Players' Union following Kevin Ryan in the 1990s. Passed away yesterday, most unexpectedly. So our condolences to the family. Here's Newtown with a footy. Kennedy's got it and had to push away. Can't do it. Here's Rudolph, your man. Stands in the tackle, spins again. He's fighting for every inch. Trindle out of dummy half, tries to catch them napping. They are under pressure physically. Felix Smith heavily involved in there. Young Jersey Fleet player. Just his second game. Coach Brett Hodgson was talking about what power and endurance he's got. Ball inside from Flanagan. Eastwood. No, it's not. It's your man Jolliffe back onto the field. Trindle throws long. Flanagan. Here's Kennedy. Look at the running style. And he beats one, beats two. Oh, has gone behind his own player. Referee Ferner didn't like it. And that is a relief for the Magpies. Here's tap and go. Seafarth is back onto the field.
Unfortunately for the old wrap around, but it was a decoy run wrong. Good to see where the referee picked that one up.
Oh no, he's picked this up too.
Wow.
I've got a feeling it might be Harry O'Toole. Let's have a look. High fives all around. Greg Eastwood still out there. So here's another opportunity for Newtown. They dominate already on the scoreboard. They're well and truly dominating physically, and now they're starting to dominate from a possession and position point of view as plane number 6. Cheers, thank you, Spud. Here they go. Newtown. Oh, the ball from Kennedy over the sideline. That would have been try number 3, I would have thought, for Polselli. They're going to say it came off the Magpies player, so it'll be another opportunity for the Blue Bags.
West Tigers can't take a trick.
Once the ball's in, fellas.
It was Flanagan involved again. Kennedy. Oh, I think O'Toole it was that got the hand on it again. He saved the try. And he's given his opportunity to his team to just make those 6 tackles. Save another one. Talakai. Big and strong and in the face there of McIntyre.
Alex, up and square.
Yankovic down below. Trindle's in at dummy half. Here's the run from Jolliffe. And he's back on them. How many carries has he had, Spud?
10 carries.
He's got a bit of work to do in this last 23 minutes. Trindle again out of dummy half. Straight runner. Eastwood for number 3. Quick play the ball. Trindle again, dummying his way, trying to get over. He is over as he got it down, held up. Referee Ferner right there again.
I reckon that's 4 held ups.
Yeah.
Hey, I should start counting that.
Rather than the planes. I don't know whether Fox Sports Lab actually keep a count on the planes. I know they do on the held up over the line. Rudolph throws long now to Williams. Here's Flanagan. Kennedy out the back. The kick is not a good one. And hold it is the call because they just got to hang on to it. 1-on-1 strip. No, 2 in there. And the referee, again, brings some relief to the Western Suburbs Magpies.
Hold for it! Hold, man! Hold! Go!
The leader with the carry. Seems like an age since the Magpies have had the footy. Certainly held on to it.
Yeah, well, completions, they're only 2 from 5 for the second half. You can't be like that. You can't win games 2 from 5.
Here's Yankovic out of dummy half. Found Bury and they've found another knock on. I know the fatigue is there on this side because of all the work they've had to do defensively, but they quite literally are making it so hard for themselves. Another opportunity there, and they've taken their eye off the footy.
Amazing. With 10 minutes to go in the first half, you can see it's the energy has been zapped, Jimmy. Good pick up there. It's just on the edges, they're struggling.
17 up and square. Hold. Go.
That was your man Rudolph with another carry. Here's an early kick, second tackle. Smith getting back there. Oh, pass to O'Toole. Calls of forward. Lines person weren't back there to check on that one, so play on's the call. Gee, that would have been the last thing they needed. There's Smith helping out of dummy half. Now McIntyre. The leader finds Katapu, and then he dummied and just about went through there. Seafarth. Bury throws long. That looked forward as well. It came off O'Toole anyway, and it's going to be play on here for Polselli.
Hold. Go, 0. Good work, Robbie.
Ferris.
They just can't complete the set, Jimmy.
Hold. Go.
Well, they're 3 from 6, 3 from 7. They're just, like I said, it's a bit of a coach killer. You can't afford to give the ball back to it, especially a sort like Newtown. They're full of running.
There's Greg Eastwood on that occasion, turning back the clock. Here's now the ball turned back inside for Jolliffe. Another carry for him. Flat ball to Williams. Quite in front of Flanagan. Talakai. Possession now. And over the top. Still got a couple of tackles up their sleeve here, Newtown. Flanagan just holding it up nicely. Lovely pass. Beautiful take. Last tackle. Another plane. Left-hand side. Long ball. Polselli just hangs on to it. Still the last. This is Kennedy. Little kick into space. They're bumped into each other. Oh, can't be offside in the in-goal area. But there's going to be a line dropout. Lovely kick, Will Kennedy, and came up with a tackle as well.
Yeah, great kick. First set of 6 repeat set we've seen all game.
So one thing they don't need coming out of this game is we see the good work from Polselli. And then Kennedy with the kick and tackle. They don't need injuries coming out of this game. Hannah's got an update on one of their key players.
Yeah, thank you, Jimmy. Good news for Jets fans on Scott Sorensen. He tweaked his left ankle and he is having a bit of a rest on the bench at the moment, but the staff have told me there's no major damage there. He could play on today if need be, but with the Jets out to such a comfortable lead, there's no need to race him out there prematurely.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Dylan Smith now taking his time. Not sure what the injury is here. Sometimes get a little cynical, Spud, don't you, when the one thing that the Western Suburbs Magpies need here is a break. And the one thing they get from that injury is a break.
Good kick. 53 on the fly.
Jolliffe was the man who was able to pick up the metres.
Hold it. Go, right. Grab those arms, Robbie.
Now Lolo back on the field.
Robbie, up and square! Yeah, Alex, hold it. Oh, go. Good work, 2.
Trindle.
That's right.
He's out the back. Flanagan holds it up. Kennedy into space. Shut down very quickly.
Here it is. Hold it.
Pukatapu was there. Just all Newtown at the moment, isn't it? Williams out the back. Ferris will tip it on. Polselli for number 3. Doesn't get it down. Great defensive work over there in the corner.
Great tackle.
I've got a feeling it was Jack Miller again. Came up with that cover tackle on Jackson Ferris. Was able to offload the ball. This time the second row has saved the try in the corner. Yeah, it is. Well done, Jack Miller. It's the second time we've seen him put in a great effort this afternoon.
Yeah, certainly does his work for the Western Suburbs side. His go forward's been brilliant, but the cover defend, especially like, oh, how long we got to go? We've got 7 minutes to go to put your body in the line like that. Absolutely brilliant.
Talk about what's coming up. Round 23, of course, this week, and then next week, round 24, which is the final round of Canterbury Cup. The Jets up against the Knights. Knights currently in 11th spot. And for the Magpies, it's a trip across the ditch to take on the Warriors. I think it's all for naught at the moment as far as making the top 8 for the Magpies. Not so for Newtown, though, and as you say, you watched a lot of Canterbury Cup this year. You think they're a side that can do some damage in the semi-finals.
They're very impressive. Their go forward's been great. I think having someone like Eastwood on the bench shows the quality. Rudolph off the bench, he's been been the best go-eater meters in the game here, so if they can stay nice and fit, they'll give it a crack.
Well, based on what he told Coach Madison, he'll be in NRL next week, so they'll miss Rudolph.
Is that right? Hope he is. Mate, for a guy who's come back from his second game after an ACL,
yeah,
he's been unbelievable.
No, he's fantastic. Here's Lolo. Just having a look there. I think Thomas Hazelton back onto the field for Newtown.
That's it there, fellas. Last tackle.
There we go. Just not getting their last tackle option right there. Trindle it was that was picked off.
I think the coach of the Cronulla side, he'd be very impressed with the front rowers he's got coming through, Jimmy, especially with Paul Gallen retiring at the end of this year. You've got 3 guys here who are just knocking on the door saying, let me in.
Well, Jack Williams from Cooma, not Jack Williams from Leela Sal Caringbar. He's proven himself this year to be a really good middle forward. A likely successor for Paul Gallen, there's no doubt about that, but it means there's a spot available there. We saw earlier games this year when Newtown were playing. Braden Hamlin-Ueli was playing at Canterbury Cup level, and look at him, he's a very good first grader. Pukatapu does nice. It's a low pass and he handled it beautifully. Ball inside to Rocco. Trying to get some respectability back to it here. Bury throws long. Nice pick up O'Toole and gets to the outside and scores. Well, he's had a mixed afternoon, Harry O'Toole, but he showed great skill and even better evasion to get his team a try on that occasion.
Yeah, a little bit more credit for the side. He has had a bit of a mixed game. Paul Bugger on the wing. Harry O'Toole, but great finish here. Best thing about him, he hasn't given up, and certainly can find the line.
That's the ball from Bury. I talked about him as a Wagga Kangaroos junior. Oh, nice pickup, isn't it? Just got to the outside of Polselli. So that's try number 3 in his 9th game for Harry O'Toole. Played some footy at Manly. He was in that Glebe Burwood side last year. Here's Mar Barney looking to add the extras and has done it. Beautiful kick from the sideline. It's all academic at the moment, but that'll give that man on screen, Harry O'Toole, a bit of confidence.
Yeah, certainly will. But certainly we've seen some great finishing tries by our wingers today. The best one, Katoa, but I love how these wingers, they're like go-go gadget. They can get their arms out of nowhere around the corner pass. As you'll see by vision, he's had the right hand put down. The best thing about the game now, they're taking the corner post out. Some of the things they can do is quite incredible.
Well, credit to Vossi on that one. He campaigned very strongly for that. There's your sequence of tries. It was all Jets through that middle period, especially from minute 30 to the end of that first half where they were down a man, the Magpies. It was Kori Apori Pukatapu who was sin bin. They made them pay 3 tries. Just on Pukatapu, I made mention of the fact he's a teacher's aide at Giant Steps, at a school with students with autism. He's a teacher's aide. Works his 40 hours a week and then off to training 4 or 5 times during the course of that week to play footy on the weekends.
Yeah, you love hearing stories like that, giving it back. Outstanding. I mean, he's having 2 jobs these days. I don't know about yourself, but I had many jobs. My dad always made me work while I was playing rugby league, even playing first grade. Son, go and work. Just get away from the mentor of playing footy all the time. And even to this day, I think it's one of the best things ever.
Yeah, it's a healthy distraction, isn't it? Nice kick coming in there from Bury, and just watched it go over the sideline. Kennedy just lost a bit of sting out of the game, haven't we?
Yes.
Sorensen off the field, and I think Newtown's starting to think about, well, what's next for us? We mentioned they've got the Knights coming up. They probably should be winning that, although you never know, depending on what sides are available.
Yeah, but I just think the Western Suburbs side of certainly their completion rate certainly picked up. The stock on the sidelines here. Unbelievable.
Let's go, fellas. Come on.
Greg Eastwood, yeah. How many tries, Greg?
2 tries.
2 tries.
Right in, Felix.
2
Up
tries.
to the core. Right in, Alex. Oh, hold. Out.
It's great to have a fella like that with young forwards like Toby Rudolph coming through that.
Incredible.
Been there, done that.
I was really looking forward to seeing him play today. I remember in the days when he was at the Bulldogs. Unfortunately, something's gone sour, but he's certainly doing his job here now for the Newtown side. As I said, the impact off the bench today has been the difference.
Father of 5.
5.
Father of 5.
I pull my head out with 2.
Don't worry, they're pulling their hair out as well.
And I'm getting old, man. I've got a 21st tonight. My daughter Indiana's 21st. My God.
Happy birthday, Indiana. Hope you have a great night. Here's Jolliffe. Open bar.
Yeah.
Gee, that was painful.
Actually, that's at my house. I've got my own bar. So it runs out, but there'll be plenty to drink. Drink responsibly.
Flanagan. Oh, he's come down with an elbow on Dylan Smith there. We might have to have another look at that. You saw the response from Flanagan straight away. He almost apologised to the young fullback for the Magpies. Based on what happened last night, of course, a couple of South Sydney players that are in a bit of trouble, Jaden Sewer and James Roberts.
I thought I was watching WWE last night with the elbow on the head.
We'll see if we can get a look at that. It was the immediate, nothing from Smith, but an immediate response from Flanagan. Here go the Magpies again. He floats it over the top. That put pressure on Pukatapu. He's got the ball available. He's got to get rid of it because he's heading to the sideline. Oh, it has slowed a little the game, hasn't it? No one quite prepared to dive on it. Kennedy, he's more than happy to run it. And he breaks tackles as well. Rocco has to bring him to ground.
Alex, hold. Go on.
And they go left-hand side. Wilton. Here's Williams. Hazelton. Big lump of a lad. Thomas Hazelton. Coming out of Goulburn. Jersey Fleet Age player. Looks to have a future. Kennedy. Dummy. Goes. Space. Oh, and he glides over for a try. Will Kennedy. He's threatened to do that 3, 4, even 5 times today, and he finally gets it done for the Blue Bags. They're in again.
Speed is everything in life, and he's certainly got abundance of speed. He's had, how many line breaks will this kid have? I like how many metres he's run actually for the game. The great fullbacks and the wingers usually run close to 200 metres, and this kid's going to be up here today. Speed, you can't beat speed, and as you can see by there, great try on the outside. Evasive, beautiful.
They've been trying to strip them for numbers. And it was the pass. You know, it's a lot of shape that teams throw at teams, and defence couldn't quite handle it on that occasion. Nice pass from Jack Williams out the back, the sweeping run.
He's actually made run metres 124 metres, Jimmy, from the back. Outstanding.
Been very safe as well. There we go. Penny Farthing's in action again.
How many laps is this guy going to do?
Well, every time they score a try.
Oh.
Remember the Broncos had that big win and the horse went around ANZ Stadium? The Buck and Bronco.
Geez, didn't that thing, it was fit.
That's right.
They scored a lot of tries.
It's a Melbourne Cup preparation.
On some days you get beaten by 50. That thing just didn't stop going round and round. I just can't believe the day we've had here. The weather has been outstanding. It's brought out a magnificent crowd. It's probably one of the biggest crowds I think I've ever seen here at the park, the old Henson Park. And we've got an official. Jimmy, what have you counted? Have you put these together?
Funny you mentioned that, Spud. The official crowd here today, 8,972.
Wow.
Thank you, Lynchy.
It's a great Lynchy. I went to his room. It's a magnificent room. He's got horns and he's got a bell. That's all he's got. And he watches the time. He's been here for 30 years, mate.
Lynchy the legend is what he told us to call him.
I love blokes who make their own nickname.
Yeah. No, he's pretty happy with that. What he did say was, as we see Kyle Flanagan looking to kick his 6th, and that'll be waved away. The scoreline remains 42 points to 14. But he said, look, there's no truth to the rumour that the Tommy Raudonikis Cup is a can of VB and a packet of Winfield that's mounted. Now, let's just go back to this earlier incident that we saw. This is the elbow from Flanagan.
Good pick up.
Now, he tried to get the one-on-one tackle. He came down and hit Dylan Smith, and look, he immediately apologised.
Yeah.
He had thoughts on getting the footy, but
I don't think it was any malice there. It was just a bit of balance.
Matt Evans is on the field, listed on the bench, named in the starting side.
Up there, Alex, to the side, Cody.
Talakai.
Just
over 6.5 minutes remaining. You feel like Newtown's got minimum one more try in them, don't you, Spud?
Yeah, you certainly do. But what I love about the go forward here, Jimmy, they've really shared their workload. Joel have 14 carries. We've got Talaki, he's 12. Where Wilton's done 12. And Big Rudolph's done 11 carries. They've certainly shared the workload.
Yeah, very evenly spread. Here's another carry from your man, Jolliffe, and he was thinking about offload as well. Nice metres after contact. Last here for Newtown. Williams. Oh, Jack, we don't want to see that. We want to see some attacking footy. It's very controlled. The coach will be happy, Greg Madison, but the fans want to see a bit of action. Not much of him is there, Jack Williams. 14, well, now his 15th game at Canterbury Cup level. He's got 10 try assists, 9 line break assists. He's that creative player that you really want in your halves. And he's proven himself to be a player can handle this level, no doubt.
So what's your take? Do you think they can make a fist of trying to get into the semis? What's their run coming home? Are they got playable games that they can win?
Well, Knights next week, they should win. That's at Henson Park again. So they're a chance of putting themselves further up the ladder. There's no real home and away in this semi-final series. It's dictated too about where NRL sides are playing, etc. And to be honest, where the broadcasters can get. But as the ball goes out the back, Rocco not quite getting it right. Yankovic does well to get back and dive on it. But with their full complement of players back, and if the NRL side can stay healthy, and if this side can stay healthy, that has a huge impact. Let's remember, though, we've seen throughout the course of this year some great performances from the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Canterbury have been impressive. Can't discount Penrith. North Sydney are getting players back. Mounties have played well. The Dragons have been spectacular on occasions.
Well, as a player, you want to play semi-final footy, so it's where they end up at the end of the year, and that's a new competition. I've always said that. It's a new competition. Anyone can win this competition on their day.
Kennedy did well there, just let the ball, very hard to pull it up here at Henson Park. The natural shape of the ground is about a metre and a half different height from the middle of the field to the edge of the field, so it slopes away quite significantly. Just having a look at CCC for Talakai in the hands of the trainer at the moment. Might have an issue with that left arm.
Yeah, he got a hit before, mate. I think he might have just got a bit of a bruise or sort of a cork in that left arm. He doesn't look very well. He's manned up. He's still on the field.
playing on. This is Eastwood. Nice offload. So this is Williams getting through and into space. Lovely tackle there. That was Miller. So that was Trindle out of dummy half and the kick and cleaned up there by the leader. That was Jack Miller again with another cover tackle. He's worked himself to a standstill, the number 11 for the Magpies. 23 tackles. Doesn't say the effort that goes into making them.
Yeah, but he's still working, mate. He's still working to the full 80 minutes.
Looked awkward, that previous tackle. Marbani slipped as he came to the defence.
Lock in. Go 4.
Kick now from the Maggies on an early tackle, and it just goes across the sideline. Katoa had it covered. So as we said earlier, just a little bit of energy's gone out of this game.
Yeah, certainly it's been a great performance by Newtown in front of this massive crowd. Weather conditions suited the way they've played. They've opened some great footy. Go forward's been brilliant through the middle. 3 big men have been doing over 100 metres each. If they do 100 metres, you win games. Compared to the Western Suburbs side, unfortunately, I think that 10-minute period killed them, Jimmy. 3 tries in that period of time. Hard to get back 18 points.
Immediate try after half-time as well, which was almost a nail in the coffin even at that point for the Magpies. This is a side most definitely intent on making a real effort into these semi-finals. This is the injury I told you about earlier. So you can see for Talakai, arm was hanging limp by his side throughout the course of that set defensively. Of course, Newtown's a grand final side from last year.
Right.
Picked off in a fantastic game at Leichhardt Oval. It was the Bulldogs that got home on the back of some great play from Zach Wolford and Morgan Harper. They are a premiership threat. Well, they certainly were last year, and if they play like they have today, as you've mentioned, they can certainly make a dent. That was touched there from Newtown, so this is play on for Magpies. Marbani is taken over the sideline. It'll be interesting the call here from the referee. Yeah, not played at there by Newtown, and that means Bilal Marbani has been adjudged to have been last man contending, so the loose head and feet goes to Newtown.
Yeah, but it's a good way to finish the game for the Newtown Jets. So the high fives, they're still working for the 80 minutes, come across, cover the fence is absolutely brilliant, work on the inside, working for your mate. And as I said, mate, they're going through to the 80 minutes. Yep. And it's a commanding lead, 42-14, a great win.
Yeah, we saw those shots of the crowd a little bit earlier, and they do it so well here. Their president, Barry Cotter, the King of Portugal. He's heavily involved in getting the community to back Newtown. And they have their Beer, Food and Footy Festival, which is a big one here in Henson Park. They had their Pride and Diversity Day as well. So a real presence in the community. This is a nice run from Jolliffe.
I think he's got a tally meter on his back, because I gave him an instant for 20 carries, right? He's at 17. He pushed his mate out the way then, so give me another run. Do another one.
Well,
Here
he needs another one. Can he get it? No, he's going to get a penalty instead. Well, he'll get another hitter.
Come on.
He's going to fall short, I think. Big Tom Hazelton, he'll take another hitter. He's all set to go. He does it. So this will be the last set of 6, Newtown. We thought they'd get one more. Can they do it? Flanagan goes out the back to Williams, and they're taken by Miller. Gee, he's done well defensively, Miller. Been a standout today. Can't sing his praises enough. Jolliffe, number 18.
18, come on. 20 seconds to go. You can do it, mate.
Low. This was a kick from Trindle. Didn't get the footy. Now this is going to be a breakaway. Talakai gets back there. You won't beat Sione Katoa. Oh, fast footwork. Got hold of him there. Pukatapu. So well done. Talakai will get the last carry. He's got that arm heavily strapped, carries in the right. Just wants the game to finish. I don't think he's on his own with that one. What a performance. Far too strong, the Newtown Jets. Newtown 42, the Western Suburbs Magpies 14. Beautiful day at the picturesque Henson Park, and we've been treated to some great attacking rugby league, Spud.
Great attacking rugby league. The crowd have had a field day watching this, to see 42 points scored for their beloved Newtown Jets side. That's number 9 planes going across us. So just to give you that bit of a stat, but I just think it's been a great result. Go forward was brilliant. And they've got some amazing outside backs. I reckon I've still seen one of the best tries I've ever seen with Katoa in the corner.
Yes.
Wow. Incredible. I just hope that guy in the corner got the photograph.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Some of the attacking play, and a lot of it was centred around the man who is now down with Hannah.
Thank you, Jimmy. Carl Flanagan, congratulations, the Newtown Jets. You're heading to the finals in such a dominant performance this afternoon. What pleased you most?
Yeah, thanks, Hannah. Obviously, we had a massive focus on the first half to start the game well and work hard first, and the points will come later. And we're lucky enough in the first half to get a good lead there.
So you got to try yourself, but I think what impressed everyone the most when we were watching was the individual vision that you had to set up that kick to put Sione Katoa over in the corner, and what the commentators have called the try of the season. What were you seeing to make that happen?
I've got to give credit, obviously, Sione. Obviously, that was a freak of a put down, but we've got a good combination there, and we love playing together, and just don't come off. Cheers.
All right, we'll enjoy the win, and good luck next week.
Cheers, thanks, Hannah.
Oh, there it is. Why wouldn't we show a replay of that? Sione Katoa with one of the most spectacular tries you would see at Canterbury Cup level. Coming up on Super Saturday, it is an all-star cast. We've got the Sharkies up against the Warriors. Important game there for the home side. The Tigers and the Knights, and that is vital. Fascinating how that plays out, given the fact Newcastle will have a new coach in 2020. And then the Dragons and the Roosters. That broadcast coming to you from 7:20 out there at Netstrata Jubilee Stadium. All that action on your Super Saturday coming up very shortly. We'll take a break and we'll be back with more rugby league action on Fox League.